Today is Friday, March 13th, and this is your forecast for the northeastern United States. Yeah, that means it is Friday the 13th, all spooky and such. The weather definitely on the spookier side of things. You know, we started the week with a nice taste of spring, a lot of 60s and 70s, but now we're back toward the wintry side of things with last night some snow and sleet across northern areas and even a couple snowflakes falling near the New York metro. It's sunny this morning, but it's cold. At least for now, though, we don't have much wind in the city. That's going to change, by the way, this weekend. 48 this afternoon as the clouds increase. Then the wind starts to increase in the city this evening. So that 46 is going to very quickly feel like 36. I got to tell you, there's a lot of wind that's coming in over the next couple of days. That's going to be the big headline, but also with the cold, of course, it's going to feel even colder. We have high wind warnings in effect along the lake plain from Buffalo to Rochester and then stretching up the St. Lawrence Valley. It's going to be windy everywhere, but in these areas, the winds could exceed 50 or 55 miles per hour. That could result in a couple of power outages. Of course, it's much colder and we have some scattered rain and snow today, especially from Buffalo, Rochester over to Syracuse. There could even be a minor snow accumulation. Then temperatures tonight fall into the 20s. Of course, any rain changes over to snow. And then we have the strong gusty winds that continue tonight. So you can subtract about 10 degrees from what you see on these temperatures. It's going to feel more like teens later on tonight. So as we look at the weather map, there's this area of low pressure. This is going to move up into the St. Lawrence Valley and then off to the northeast. That sort of track, especially with a strengthening area of low pressure, often results in some pretty windy conditions, which is what we're expecting along the lake plain, as I mentioned, from Buffalo to Rochester and up to St. Lawrence. But dragging in behind it is the cold air that will be with us this entire weekend. Saturday, well, I guess it's not the entire weekend, but Saturday of this weekend. Saturday is going to be the cold day. We're talking about temperatures in the 30s for most. The only exception is the New York metro over to Philly, where temperatures do manage to hang in the 50s for most of the day, although it is going to be windy, but mostly 30s along the New York State Thruway from Albany to Syracuse to Rochester and Buffalo. Going to feel like 20s at times. And then the wind shifts direction. This is more of a westerly wind. We get kind of a south wind to boost those temperatures on Sunday. Then on Sunday, most places are going to be up near 50. And then they're going to come back down again early next week. So Monday is a transition day where we have another cold front coming through with some rain showers. And then it turns colder again throughout the entire Northeast, 30s and 40s for highs for the middle of next week. And I think I mentioned this earlier this week, that it looks like it's going to be a cold finish to the month of March. Doesn't look like we're going to see any big warm-ups anytime soon. So be ready for another extended period of colder weather. But keep your eye on the prize is what I meant to say, because, you know, the official start of spring is just days away. So we're almost there. Hang tight, and hopefully we can get some more of that spring-like weather coming our way sometime soon. That's your Friday morning weather update. Have a great weekend. Remember that as long as you want there to be, there will be a 100% chance of good things.